SB19. I have since discovered it's SB19, so apologies for that. This is a name that I have been receiving recommendations for more and more frequently as time goes on, so finally, here we are. This is a recent song of theirs, one that has been recommended to me a lot. It's called Time. I had never heard of SB19. I know nothing about them, other than the fact that they are a Filipino boy band. We've done quite a lot of videos on Filipino artists. I have a whole playlist dedicated to them, which is linked in the description if you're interested. What I do know is that Filipinos can sing, at least from what I've seen. Because this is my first time ever hearing them, I'm not going to do the usual research I do before reacting to a song. I've not yet learned the members' names, for example, so please do comment down below any information you think that will be really useful to me. I quite like the idea of just jumping straight into this completely blind and seeing what SB19 are all about.
Rotting in bed, numb and upset, the hands on a clock. I'm moving along and feels like I'm dead, but I'm here instead. Please make it stop. I'm always wrong and stuck inside my never-ending thoughts.
It's quite a different voice to the first singer.
I'm trying hard 'cause I don't want it cursed. 'Cause one day we'll run out of time. Memories will leave them behind. Many things we can control. I hope you know it's better to try. 'Cause one day we'll run out of all of these are natural.
I thought they were going to repeat the chorus there. We'll run out of time, especially with that offbeat entry, but no, they didn't. They've moved into the next verse. Well played, SB19, well played. You know what? That's really catchy. I think we've heard 3 singers so far, at least with the melody. There were some backing vocals earlier on, which I'll maybe touch on in a moment. Just before we carry on, a few things. Number 1, it's a new artist to the channel. I have no idea how strict they will be with copyright, so I will pause here and there and talk a little bit. That just basically helps with my video not being removed. If I don't pause, I just replay this video all the way through, then yeah, they can remove my video, give me a copyright strike. That's no use for anyone. Number 2, I did not know that this video, it's not showing the singers at all. Maybe it will later on in the second half, but right now we're not seeing them. But this works out well because all the recommendations I received were kind of split between this and a live performance. So after we react to this official video, I will also be doing the live performance.
Time, memories will leave them behind.
This is so cool, seeing them live. I was not expecting him to. So if you're interested in that, that will be me seeing them actually in person for the first time. Then the link for that video will be below in the pinned comment. I'm not including it on YouTube for time reasons. That will be on my Patreon, where there's a bunch of other additional content as well. And 3... What's 3? I guess while we've paused, let's just talk a little bit about what we've heard so far in the music before carrying on with the song. There's a fair bit to say. There's a lot I like about the song so far, but I'm going to just try and focus on 2 or 3 things I find the most interesting. Let's start with the chorus entry, the delayed entry.
'Cause one day we'll run out of time. Memories will leave.
Just now when I mentioned it, I said offbeat entry. Technically, this is not an offbeat entry. I will touch on that in just a second. But the effect here is very similar to one in a recent video of mine, a crazy group of musicians called Polyphia. They do a similar thing in one of their songs, and in that video, I used another song as an example. So I'll put a clip in of that here. And one of the reasons it's so catchy is because they do a very similar thing. The song Cupid by 50/50. Anyway, the chorus completely omits the strong beat on beat 1. So they don't come in when you expect a drum, they wait a beat and then come in. So what you just heard there, Cupid, that's an offbeat entry. In this song, Time, we have 3 beats in a bar, kind of like a waltz would have. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I think it gives the song a really bouncy and lilty feel. It definitely makes it more emotional. And they miss out a whole bar and then come in. That is significant because if it was just on an off beat where you just miss out 1 beat instead of a whole bar, it would sound like this. It's a significant gap.
'Cause one day we'll run out of time.
I like this as well because that gap that we get and then the sudden entry, it's like a burst of energy, an injection of energy, almost like that's needed, that's required to act upon the lyrics that they're talking about so far. They're saying that even though you might be overwhelmed with sad and negative thoughts, just give things a go anyway, because a lot of things are out of our control. You never know what's going to happen. You might as well give things a go. What else is there? Oh yeah, the mystery of not being able to see the singers. I think that's really cool, especially for a first time reaction. But like I say, luckily we're doing the live performance afterwards. Putting a voice to a face should be very interesting. These things are always so much different to how you'd expect, aren't they? Speaking of voices, like I said, I feel like we've heard 3 voices so far, each having a different section of the melody. They all have very different textures.
I'm trying hard 'cause I know what it costs.
Different timbres to the voice. And I think each section that they've done
Control, I hope you know.
Really suits their voices perfectly, and it just adds to the intrigue of anonymity that I currently have because I don't know what they look like. And very final thing, I mentioned that there are some backing harmonies earlier. I noticed this in the second line, I think.
Rotting in bed, numb and upset, the hands on a clock, I'm moving.
That we can hear in the background. Very subtle, but it's quite important harmonically. It's adding dissonance in there. The first line is this chord, which is the key of the song. And then we move in the second line to this. But that backing vocal is here, creating this, you know, really nice subtle dissonance. It's almost like disguising a suspension there, but we have this other chord. Yeah, really nice. I haven't even touched on the video yet. Obviously, it's much more difficult watching a video and listening to the music at the same time, but I want to hear more of the song, so let's carry on.
All of these are natural. No one's really in control, but we live a little cause we know when we vanish we don't really go. So I try to run an extra mile, hoping for a sign. If there isn't one, then I'm leaving mine. Never those behind, seeking you will find. There's no reason not to try. Watching everything from the backseat, it's beautiful, but at times it gets really ugly. You already know what to do when we got nothing to lose. What we're not changing with trust, fighting for whatever cause. If the light's dying, don't you ever cease to refuse. Stuck inside my never-ending thoughts. I'm trying hard 'cause I know what it costs. 'Cause one day we'll run out of time. Memories will leave them behind. Many things we can control. I hope you know it's better to try.
Oh, okay, there sounds like a new section. This video is making me anxious. I feel like something bad's going to happen. I feel like it's going to be something very bittersweet, a relationship between what I assume is a mum and daughter, long distance, spending birthdays alone, that kind of thing. Oh. Anyway, enough speculation. Onto the song, just a few things before we carry on. It's so interesting to me hearing these voices, not knowing who is singing, what they look like. When I hear someone singing, I don't know what their role is. Are they like the front man of the group, or are they usually more of a ballad type singer, or are they singing high for their range or low for the range? All of these things I just have no idea about. So once again, comment down below information that will be useful for me if I'm to continue my SB19 journey, please.
'Cause one day we'll run out of time.
Whoever sings the chorus here, such a naturally high chest voice. These days, it's almost a given that you have to have someone like that in a boy band or a group like that with multiple singers. And it suits the trajectory of the song that we have. The verse, say, starts here. Then you have the pre-chorus, shall we call it, where the singer with much more of a sort of husky voice comes in, but he very naturally switches into his head voice and sings with a lot of air in the sound.
I'm trying hard 'cause I know what it costs.
But then after we had the first chorus, so the bit that we just listened to,
I'm trying hard, 'cause I know what it costs.
Pretty different, right?
Try to run an extra mile, hoping for a sign. If there isn't one, then I'm leaving mine.
And this is the bit just after the chorus. So if we're thinking about equivalents to sections earlier in the song, that would be the opening of the song.
Upset, the hands on a clock.
But this time round,
Ever those behind, seeking you will find. There's no reason.
again, completely different in style. I can only assume this is a new singer now, much more kind of R&B. It's less melodic, more leaning towards rap, and kind of intrinsically, it's much more rhythmic. The rhythms are so much more important. Cha-cha-cha-cha-chum, ba-ba-ba-ba-bum.
Nothing with fighting for whatever cause. If the lights dying, don't you ever cease to refrain.
Throwing in harmonies, a bit of kind of call and response. One person, then the other person repeats. Quite different to the harmony we heard the first time round that I pointed out in the second line.
The hands on a clock, I'm moving along.
Which is this ethereal backing sound, almost like a little angel or something. So there's a very clear progression to the song, which I'm finding really interesting, especially because I just don't know who's singing which part.
'Cause one day we'll run out of time.
I like how they're filling that void before complete silence. Chum, 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 like nothing there now. Dum, dum, dum. Next time we have a sliding bass down. Is it?
We'll leave them behind.
So even in a directly repeated passage, they're still making sure to make it a bit different, to keep us guessing, keep us engaged, make it interesting. I'm curious to see what happens. I'm anxious about this video. I have a bad feeling. A few comments that recommended this to me said it's an emotional one, so let's find out why.
Time and time again, you raise things I don't understand. I'm drenched all over, still lying, they're all I can. I'm well aware there's no reason in this world, so I'll never ever walk away with stones left unturned. 'Cause if I'm living anyway, I'm spending every day gathering stars in the night sky, hoping it'll lead away for better days. Savor every moment with me while we're here, 'cause I don't want them.
I was expecting another chorus there. The daughter's dead, isn't she? Look, I don't know where to pause. Having no music here is really hard to judge what might be coming up. After a chorus, you might expect a verse. But here, I have no idea. There's, what, 1.5 minutes left of the video. It's really powerful, actually, having this removal of the music, and then the video is almost completely silent. Very eerie, just hearing, what's that, the aircon? Yeah, very poignant, isn't it? It is emotional. Completely contrary to what the music was portraying in a way. Earlier on, we had some brass coming in. Was it trumpets? Did you hear coming in the background there? And if you have brass coming in, usually you think joy, happy, quite kind of funky in a way. But prior to that, we got quite a bit more tension in the vocals.
And I'm drenched all over, still lying, they're all I can.
A lot of grit in the sound there, which surprised me. I just wasn't expecting that based on the previous singers that we'd heard. This could be a singer we've heard before. It could be a new singer. Like I say, I don't know. I can't see them. Yeah, really intriguing, both the song and the video. So let's carry on. No, is the food still there with a note on it?
Time, memories will leave them behind.
And we have the clock ticking, coming in now. Really nice effect, isn't it? A really nice way to just have some sort of rhythmic regimentedness in there. Of course, very fitting considering the song is time. Well, I had no idea this would be like a mini movie, a film experience. And the song now is so light. I'm wondering if it's going to end very light, very reduced, very soft, or if it's going to have a kind of blow off top or climactic finish. I'll rewind a few seconds and we'll play to the end. There's about a minute left.
Time, memories will leave them behind. Many things we can control. And I hope you know it's better to try. One day we'll run and die. Time, memories will leave them behind. Many things we can control. I hope you know it's better to try. 'Cause one day we'll run out of time. Memories will leave them behind. Darling, when push comes to shove, your best listener, it won't hurt to try. 'Cause one day we'll run out of.
I would love to know what this means. I couldn't help myself. I asked ChatGPT. Thank you, Ma, you became my rest. Or thank you, Mum, you've been my place of rest. Well, that's moving. I think that's a really nice, as in really well done and thought-provoking music video. Obviously not nice what happens in it. Almost making me get a little bit teary here. You can probably hear my voice is shaking a bit. And the song, it's a really catchy song. And some of I don't know. I'm just so curious to see this group live now because all of their voices individually I do really like. I obviously have a slight predilection towards one or two of them. I think the most unique voice, or the most, not unsettling, but most almost characterful voice. And then we get the heartbeat here, and I was thinking, oh, they've done it again. They've done it again. I'm waiting for the time. It's not coming in. So now I was settling back. And then it comes in, and then it comes in. A lot of surprises in this song. Yeah, I'm just going to go and watch the live version now. If you made it this far, hopefully you enjoyed. This was my first time ever seeing SB19. If you want me to do more videos on them, then we need to help this video do well. So hit the like button, leave a comment, please. Comments really help the algorithm. Anything about SB19 you think that would be useful, or future recommendations. If you don't want to write any words, then let's go with an emoji. I think let's go for a heart emoji, like you see on the screen now, for a very moving video. Thank you once again. Join me with the link in the pinned comment to see them live. And if not, well, I'll see you in the next one.